Hi mathematicians, today we are on lesson 12.8 in your Go Math book. It's called Equal or Unequal Parts and we are on page 517. Okay, now today our question is, how can you identify equal and unequal parts in two-dimensional shapes? What does that mean? It just means that we are going to separate shapes into two equal parts. Okay, so what it wants us to do here, we have this square and it wants us to show two triangles. Now, does my triangle have to look like this one? No, it's just saying show me two triangles. Okay, so if I'm going to split this square in half to show two equal parts, if I did a line down the middle, I would get two rectangles. I would not get two triangles. Now, if I did a line this way, horizontal, again, two rectangles. What about diagonal? Two triangles. Okay, I'm gonna try that. Yep, I got one triangle, two triangles. Okay, and now are they equal? Yes, they are absolutely equal. I mean, my line is not perfect, but if you were to draw a straight, perfect line, you would have two congruent means equal, or two of the exact same triangles. Okay, now it wants us to show three triangles. Okay, showing three. That's a little bit more complicated. Now, if I show three, I know I'm gonna have to do this. One triangle, two, three. Now, are these equal parts? No, they are not, absolutely not. This triangle is the same as this triangle, but these two are not the same as this triangle. So these are unequal parts. Okay, this is kind of getting into fractions. When we divide things into parts, those are called fractions, okay? So this triangle is not congruent to this triangle. They are not the same. Okay. It wanted us to describe them, and that's just what we did. Let's move on. Up here it says, these show equal parts or equal shares. Shares is also another name that mathematicians use to talk about fractions. Okay, parts. This would be a whole square, and then this would be a share or a part of that whole. Okay, so right here I can see that this share is equal. These are two equal parts. It's completely split in half. So this is an equal share and this is an equal share. Okay, let's look at this one. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 parts. And are they equal? Yes, they are all the exact same size. So now when we talk about fractions, I know I'm going a little ahead, but you know what? We like a challenge. We say this shape is split into 4 pieces, and let's say it's a chocolate bar. And I said, here you go. Here's 1 piece out of 4. There are 4 total, and I gave you 1 piece. Okay, that's yours. That is for Evelyn in my class. Okay, and then let's say I gave Anthony this other piece right here, another 4th. Okay, and then let's say I gave Michael this piece right here with the dots, 1/4 for Michael. And then let's say I gave this piece with the squiggles to Alexis, 1/4 to Alexis. Did they each get the same amount? Yes, they did. And I know that because it's broken into completely equal parts, 4 equal parts. Okay, now let's look at unequal parts. or unequal shares. This shaded region, I'm going to shade it so you can see the difference, is definitely not equal to this portion down here. Okay, so that would be an unequal split. If I said, oh, look, I'm going to split this chocolate bar up with the class, and I gave one student this huge piece and then another student this little chunk right here, that wouldn't be fair. Okay, same thing with this one. This has 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, but they are not equal shares. No, no, no. So we don't say here's 1/4, because that's not actually not an equal share. We talk about fractions when it's equal shares, okay? Let's go on. Circle the shape that shows equal parts. Okay, well, I know that, again, this one, definitely not. This is not equal to this. They're not congruent. Cross it out. Is this equal to this? Did they split this rectangle? I like to imagine food every time I talk about shapes. So I'm going to picture that this is maybe a, I don't know, what kind of thing could you split in half? Another chocolate bar. We'll just keep going with chocolate bar. And if I split that chocolate bar in half and I give this piece away and this piece away, they both got the same amount. So this one is equal parts. Okay, moving on to this one. Equal parts. Let's see. If I say I'm gonna cut this square, I don't know, what do you like? A square. I really can't think of anything. Let's say it's a square pizza. I'm gonna cut this square pizza into 4 pieces. Would you like this one with the itty bitty one here? Or would you like this one to split with your friends? Which one would be fair to split with your friends? This one, because everyone would get an equal piece. Here's 1/4, here's 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. You could split it with 4 friends. You and 3 friends, so 4 total. Okay, and this one would not be equal shares. Okay, moving on to this one. It's like a pie. I love apple pie. So, if I'm going to eat an entire half of apple pie, well, would I want this little piece down here and then let's say my Mr. Brandman gets this whole piece? No way. I would complain. That's not fair. I want this half. Then he gets this half. That would be fair. 1 part out of 2. 1 part out of 2 for each of us. 2 parts, and we each eat 1 part. Okay? Now it wants us to circle the unequal parts. Unequal. Well, let's see. I know that this one was equal from before, kind of like the square. I can see that they're all equal pieces. Now what about this one? Is this piece right here the same as this piece? No, it's absolutely not. This one's thinner and longer, so I'm gonna circle this. These are unequal, okay? Un means not. Un means not. Okay, back to this square. I know that this one split down the middle is equal. So that's not what I want this time. I want unequal. Yes, this one is not fair. It is unequal. Okay? Same thing here. Can you tell already just by looking at it? Which ones are unequal, not equal? This one? No, that's equal. All the same size right there. Each one's the same size, perfectly split. 1/4, 1/4. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces, and each one is 1 piece out of 4. And then we have This one, it's got these little side pieces and these two giant ones. This is unequal. Unequal. Okay, your turn, mathematicians.